With a large part of the continent's population under the age of 35, African governments have to contend with the needs of a youthful demographic, constantly yearning for better living conditions. Ethiopia, a country of over 102 million people, is experiencing rapid economic growth, and it is focusing on investment in public infrastructure and industrialization. However, Ethiopia has one of the lowest GDP per capita rates in the world, and the country has an unemployment rate of 14.5%. Because it also has a high population growth rate, Ethiopia needs to generate 2 million jobs every year. As with other African countries, young women have been lured from Ethiopia to the Gulf states to work as domestic workers. For some of these women, the experience of working abroad has been a harrowing one. One such woman is y2mate, who hails from the capital, Addis Ababa. 10 years ago, when she was 18, her family collected $280, the equivalent of 1 million Uganda shillings, to facilitate her travel to Kuwait to work as a housemaid.
ወደ 6 ዓመት ከምናምን የኖርኩትኝ ማለት ነው። ለመጀመሪያ ጊዜ ሄድኩትኝ ኩዌት ነው ሄድኩትኝ። የደረሰብኝ በደል ብዙ በደሎች ደርሶብኛል። ራሴን እስከመሳት ድረስ ነው የደረስኩትኝ። 2 ዓመት በር ተዘግቶብኝ ነበር።
After 6 years and a 3-month stint in a Dubai jail, Bifa returned to Ethiopia without a penny. Luckily, she found work as a trainee in a shoe factory.
ያንን ነገር ሳየው ማለት ነው እዚህ ጋር እድለኛ ነኝ። ይሄንን በማግኘቴ ለመጀመሪያም ጊዜ ነው ከአገሬ ላይ እሰራለሁ ብዬ ይሄንን ነገር የሞከርኩትኝ እና በዚህ በአገኘሁት ቻንስ ደግሞ ሰርቼ ውጤት አግኝቼበት ከዛን ወይ በራሴ እግዚአብሔር ካለ በራሴ.
Located in Addis Ababa, Kangaroo Shoe Factory, which has been in operation for 28 years, is one of the 8 indigenously owned shoe factories in Ethiopia. Working with cow, sheep, and goat leather, the factory produces 1,600 pairs of shoes per day. The footwear is sold locally and also exported to the United States, Kenya, Tanzania, and Uganda. A pair goes for $10 to $22. The factory produces men's shoes, workout shoes, loafers, and boots. Eyob Argao, the production and planning manager, says 85% of the 400 workers are women, and out of these, 21 are trainees with similar circumstances as Bifa.
And after training, if all are able to work here, or if the training they take properly, and if they can do our production system, we put on the production system, and also we give them an opportunity for permanent workers, or we can employ them.
Elena Ruiz Roman, the program manager for migration at the European Union delegation to Ethiopia, says trainees such as Bifa are part of a project called Stemming Irregular Migration in Northern and Central Ethiopia. The project, run by the EU, aims at finding quality employment for youths to discourage migration.
What we do here is that we select those youngsters that want to work in different sectors like metal work or construction or leather sector or textile, and we give them training. We give them training to increase their skills, to increase their employability, and then we link them up through internships with private sector. It's not just about giving them a job, it's about quality of jobs also. At the end of the day, we know that by giving them jobs, we are not going to give them here. It has to be a quality job, which means that it needs to have a written contract, it has to be a safe environment, they have to have some sort of incentives, and they can see that there's the capacity to build, to grow within the factory.
The European Union is implementing job-creating programs under its Trust Fund for Africa, and Uganda is one of the beneficiaries of the fund.
A lot of job creation programs in the Trust Fund for Africa, basically because, again, the principle is the same. The reason why people are leaving is because there are no jobs. There's no economic opportunities for them to succeed and sustain their families.
With a growing number of young Ugandan women returning home from the Gulf states after being treated harshly by their employers, it is yet to be seen if such a partnership between development partners and the private sector, if implemented here, can help such women. This will serve the dual purpose of providing employment and stemming migration. Gillian Nantume, NTV Tonight.